Hello, my divinities. So for some reason, we are going back to not seeing the cards, but seeing moi. You guys already know I follow instructions, so please don't start in the comments telling me how much you prefer looking at the cards, because I just follow instructions. I do what I'm guided to do. If it was up to me, I would show you the cards too. But when my guides instruct me to show myself and just focus on the message of the cards, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, okay? So, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. And today we're going to be using the Santa Muerte set. So the Oracle, the Santa Muerte Tarot, the Espanol, and then the Santa Muerte Mini, okay? So let's see, what are the energies for today, for the collective? What message needs to come through today? Okay, we start with number 20. What's the message for today? Number 8. And number 6 is the overall energy. Okay. Let's start with number 6. So number 6 represents order. This card represents the basic impulse with which all things are organized and organized according to determined principles and structures. Atoms organize themselves into molecules, just as neurons enter into the nervous system, giving life to that which will become conscience and awareness in living beings. By following this principle, structures begin to differentiate from one another in the primordial soup of chaos. And although they are primitive, they will develop into more evolved and specific phenomena. So with this card, the advice of the dead is learn to organize your ideas, but also to have courage to abandon them, if necessary, to not remain trapped in them. Okay. Number 20, fraternity. No true evolution or progress is possible if we consider ourselves to be isolated from the world. This card encourages us to do any spiritual and subsequent material work in a state of solidarity and trust towards others. The primordial concept expressed by the love card must sediment in our minds so as to bloom and lead us to collaborate with others for a greater good. So the advice of the dead is approach your work and your actions in a state of socialness and solidarity, perhaps starting collaborations with those you trust. Okay. And number 8. Light. The first world of emanations comes to an end with this card. This card represents the entrance point through which creation can manifest itself in the world. It encompasses potential and purity without limitation of shape, capable of illuminating and feeding anything it comes into contact with, like a sun, with generosity and vitality. So with this one, the advice of the dead is a source of pure energy feeds and lights your journey. Proceeding your projects without hesitation, any shadow will be dispelled. All right. So I feel like this is, for the most part, for people who are working on specific projects. Number 6 is very clear. Structure your ideas. Whatever idea you have, don't just think about it. Don't just say, oh, that was a really good idea. Put it down in writing. Create. There might be collaborations in your future, but there's definitely something lighting your way. Ooh, okay. We start off with with the 7 of Swords. Not a great start. Oh, okay. You know what? I just realized. So the 7 of Swords has multiple meanings, right? Obviously, like every tarot card. And usually, this is a very, this is one of the less used meanings for this card. But the 7 of Swords, the way it's coming through today, indicates that you may be someone who's very much a loner. Like you may be someone who's very much used to doing things by yourself. And that's about to change. Yeah. Because it's followed by the 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, but it's look at this. Look at this 9 of Wands. Defensa, like you've built walls. Followed by the Justice card. El otro mundo. The 5 of Cups reversed. The Ace of Swords, the Tower. The Ace of Cups reversed. The Sun. The 7 of Pentacles and Judgment. Oh, overall energy, 10 of Pentacles, followed by the Star. Temperance. Wow. What's beneath Temperance? What's beneath Temperance? Solitude. Loneliness. So, whoever this collective is going to be for, I'm going to say that you are most likely someone who's used to doing things by yourself. You're very much a loner. And that could also come from, you know, with the fact that the 9 of Wands is here. This could come from the fact that maybe you haven't really had a lot of positive interactions with other people. And so you tend to assume that things are not going to go well if you include other people in your plans. Maybe you've done it before and things fell apart. I have to say this with the Sun, the way that the Light card came out and then the Sun showing up here, the first message I got with that combination is that there's a very specific being who is like sending you energy so that you can complete something. I want to remind you what the 8 said, what the Light said, because that was this card, right? Number 8. Advice of the Dead is a source of pure energy, feeds and lights your journey. Proceed in your projects without hesitation. Any shadow will be dispelled. There's somebody lighting your way, and not somebody, something, because I don't think that this is an ancestor. I think this is a deity or some type of solar being. Now with the 10 of Pentacles, they're trying to help you reach a place of abundance, but it's like not just abundance. 10 of Pentacles is a legacy. So they're trying to help you reach a space where you have built this empire, basically. So again, Justice card here tells me this could be part of your soul contract, because it's the Justice card followed by the World card. But remember, this deck has 3 World cards. And, well, this one would indicate ancestors, I think. Let's see. Let's look. I'm only going to look up the meaning of the major arcanas, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So let's look at, wrong one. Here it is. I think the 8, the Justice card, which in this deck is the 8, just represents the contract, but still, let's see what it says. Okay, so it means justice, truth, judgment, equity, law, rules, balance, legal issues, or not legal issues, but legal situations. Positive sentence, balanced conduct or behavior, documents, investigating, eliminating falsehood, and being objective, as well as moderation and precedence. So that's what the Justice card represents. Now let's put that together with the Otro Mundo. Number 21 means unidad, unity, completion, success. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong one. El Otro Mundo, okay. The spirit of a person, ancestors, positive spirits, the dead, mediums, offerings, a pantheon. Okay, not pantheon. In Spanish, pantheon means a cemetery, sorry. A grave, protectors, allies, spiritual guides, Day of the Dead, memories, a reward, and tranquility. So there's a contract here that you have with some sort of, okay, for some of you it could be an ancestor. I just don't think so, because the way the energy came through was so large. It feels like a god, unless your ancestor was a god. So it could also just be a one of your spirit guides, but it's definitely an ally. And it's followed by the Five of Cups reversed. So it's like they don't want you to be sad anymore. They don't want you to be depressed. Let's look at the Tower, because that one's also here. It means liberation, escape, demolishing. Terminar condena. Like somebody's sentence is up. They've paid their debt. Escaping prison. Destroying what damages. Overcoming obstacles. Rightful vengeance. Removing. Removing. I can't think of the word right now. Like if somebody had bound you. Removing ties. Healing, surgery, separation, discarding, throwing away, extinguishing, and running. So you're being freed from something. Like your contract is whatever your contract entails. It might have entailed being bound to something that, a lesson you need to learn. And for some of you, the lesson has been completed and you're moving forward. Let's read the Sun, because that's the energy that feels really strong. What's this Sun? The Sun represents triumph, acknowledgement, victory, heat, energy, joy, happiness, satisfaction, pleasure, purity, sincerity, truthfulness, lust, motivated, good connections, wealth, abundance, a good material situation. And then it's followed by, not immediately, but one card after, Judgment. So that one means dawn, awakening, revelation, evaluating, something coming to light, a favorable judgment. That's twice we get favorable judgment. Justice card and El Juicio both give favorable judgment. So it's giving the impression almost like you were in spiritual court and the judgment ruled in your favor. But now that means you have a certain duty. You have a certain job to complete. It also mentions understanding something, opening something, a new life, herencia. It's inheritance. I couldn't think of the word. Liberation is, see, liberate. Second time we also get liberation. Bringing something back to life, a new job, beginning, and a new opportunity. So there's a collaboration that you're about to be a part of. But the collaboration, remember the as above, so below, right? So this first happened in the spirit realm. In the spirit realm, you're being freed from something. Your contract has it feels like one contract ended and another one began. The contract that ended had you in a heavier energy. And two of these cards represent liberation and a judgment being ruled in your favor. So whatever it is that had you bound, because we do have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords, which is the Eight of Swords. So you were bound. In some way, you were bound. And remember, the Eight of Swords means personal, like you bound yourself. You were possibly allowing your insecurities or your limiting beliefs to hold you back. Clarify Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. Let's start getting some clarity here. Clarify Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we have the King of Wands reversed with the Lovers reversed and the Six of Swords upright. So you had a soul contract with this King of Wands. This was someone that maybe at one point you believed was your twin flame. You might have believed that this was your person. And throughout the connection, it was clarified that this is not your person. Their behavior let you know that. But this was still a soul contract. There was things you were, sorry, my nose is itchy. There was things you were meant to learn while being connected to that person. And the ones who are letting go, the ones who learned the lesson, the ones who are moving on, that contract is officially closed. Now a whole new contract is opening up. And this is bringing you together. Now, this could just be a job, because that could just be what it is. Or it could be a new connection. But you are moving forward. You're not letting the past bother you. So you'll know if this applies to you if you don't even think about the past anymore. If when you think about the past, you don't really care anymore. It is what it is, you know. You're ready. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Clarify Seven of Swords. Now, that King of Wands did come out with the Eight of Wands as the overall energy. So that King of Wands reversed, somebody who was very self-centered, selfish, who took a lot from you. They may be the reason why you are now so guarded. Clarify Seven of Swords. They may be the reason why you've built that giant wall between you and other people. But it's like now the lesson is learning to balance those things. That's what I feel is strongest. The lesson that's coming through for you now is, okay, now the lesson that you took with that King of Wands, how can you temper it with someone else that's coming in? As in, maybe you needed to learn boundaries, okay? Maybe you needed to learn how to let people go. So now how do you use that lesson and incorporate it into this new lesson that's coming in? And the new lesson that's coming in has more to do with opening up, like finding that that happy medium. Not going too far to one side and not going too far to the other. Clarify Seven of Swords. Okay, to clarify the Seven of Swords, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Seven of Swords. Again, the Six of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the World card. So, some of you believe yourselves ready to move forward, and you're not. But they're saying, hey, you ready to move forward? We're going to move forward. But whatever you're about to be part of will bring to light whatever it is that you haven't fully addressed. I feel like this connection that you're going to be dealing with, it could be a job, but maybe your boss reminds you of your ex, or maybe you have a coworker who reminds you of your sibling, or it's like there's someone around you that's going to, I don't want to say they're going to trigger you exactly, but the sun is here as well. It's like showing something. It's lighting the way for you, but you're not going to like it. Like you are going to like it, but then you're not. It's kind of like that energy you feel when, you really appreciate people who speak the truth until they call you out and then you're like, I guess I appreciate it. You like it, but you don't like it. Clarify Nine of Cups. Clarify Nine of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. Nine of Swords, Four of Wands. With the Moon card. Followed by Eight of Cups, Ten of Wands. Yeah. Oh, my little babies. This is a wish come true. Whoever or whatever it is that's coming into your life, whether it's a job, whether it's a person, and that can mean multiple things, right? So if it's a job, sorry, if it's a job, it is your dream job. And if it's a person, it's like your ideal friend, your ideal lover, or maybe it's a job, it's a new location for your current work, and then you meet your work bestie. There's something here about that. It's gonna make you very happy, but it's also bringing to the surface what you didn't see, because the Moon card is like you told yourself, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm over it, and then this beautiful connection comes in because your heart, like the Queen of Cups is offering her heart, like, here, take it. This is a beautiful connection. It opens up your heart, but you also end up with the Nine of Swords, very stressed, very anxious. So, okay. The Four of Wands in the mini Santa Muerte deck has only one feminine in a little canopy. Like it's showing someone who's like an entrepreneur. She has her own little stand. So that's making me think of maybe in the previous connection you were codependent and you had to learn to gain your independence. And so now it's like, okay, now that you have your independence, don't become hyper independent. Learn to temper that with being able to come together with other people, whether in business, whether in friendship, whether in whatever it is that you are, doing, but not losing yourself, not losing your sense of self. How do you balance that? Now that you know what it feels like to be in a codependent, stuck, stagnant relationship and you don't want to go there again, that's great, but let's not go the other way either, where it's like, I'm always alone, I have to do everything alone, I can't trust anybody. you don't realize how far you've gone to the other side, and this connection is going to highlight that for you. Clarify the Eight of Cups. I have a feeling you're going to run. I have a feeling. Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. Clarify Eight of Cups. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Okay, so we got the Eight of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Justice card, the Fool, Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Overall energy, Nine of Wands again. The Hanged Man, the Five of Wands. See, it's interesting because the Nine of Wands astrologically connects to Sagittarius moon, which is the eternal optimist. That's their biggest thing. Sagittarius moon is so optimistic, and it can lead them down taking bad decisions, not because they're stupid or they didn't see something, but because they keep hoping that everything's just going to turn out okay, that everything's going to be fine. So we have two different Nine of Wands, because we have the Nine of Wands that showed up in the original deck, and it had the walls. But this Nine of Wands is about that happiness, optimistic persistence. So there will be times where I feel like you're going to either disassociate, detach. You're trying to control your anxiety. And you're going to use whatever methods. Now be careful, because that could also lead to escapism. Because I do feel like there's such a powerful bond. Two of Cups and Two of Pentacles. And in this deck, the Two of Pentacles is like two people facing each other. One is one side of the butterfly, the other one is the other side. So you're going to feel like this is your perfect match, but that also gives you a lot of anxiety. I'm not sure where you're getting this or why you're feeling this. And it may have to do with the previous connection. That's why this is being brought up. But it's like you feel like you're delaying an inevitable end. You're worried that this, maybe because of the previous one, you're worried that this is just a karmic situation because you feel so much, you are so involved with this person that you feel like this got to be a karmic. This has got to be a karmic because I'm starting to lose control. But it's not that the person is karmic. It's that there's things that you still haven't resolved. Doesn't mean that this can't be your person. So with the Three of Cups, though, I don't think this is third party. I think that there's that fear. Especially if the person from before this one, the one that traumatized you, the King of Wands, they might have put you in a third party. You're going to have that fear of like, is this person going to do the same thing to me? Especially if there's someone who's very social. They might be someone who talks to a lot of people, but not romantically. I don't see that happening here. I see that like maybe they have a lot of friends. I see them being very chatty, very friendly. And you may interpret that like, what are they doing? Clarify Nine of Wands. For some of you, you just may run. You just may avoid this person altogether because it's very uncomfortable, and you may run. You may start making excuses for why it's not the right connection. Like here's the thing. I know I've been telling you guys to be aware of red flags, right? Use your discernment. But there's also things that can be worked on, and there's things that cannot, right? So like if you notice someone that lies to you or manipulates you or gaslights you, that might not be someone you want to deal with, right? But if they do things like maybe you two don't agree on where you're going to live, that can be worked out, right? So if you turn that into an excuse of like, no, see, they love that place too much, they would never move here, I'm just going to cut them off. You're making excuses. Okay. I'm not saying to overlook red flags. I'm saying don't blow small things out of proportion either. Okay. I just realized we already reached the 30-minute mark. I'm going to stop part 1 here. If you want to watch part 2, it will be on Patreon in the link down below. You can access it. And if you're already on Patreon, I will see you on part 2.